Hello, this is William McKissock with Schooley Mitchell, your expense reduction specialist. And again, I want to highlight that we are not a marketing company. This is something that we at Schooley Mitchell and me personally is doing to help businesses get promotion, especially through COVID, but just moving forward to get some promotion on social media and for free that we can help within the business community. And this morning I have with me Tina Winner with Winner Partners. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning, William. Thank you for hosting me.
Thanks for coming on the show. So a little bit about you for the viewers. Tina is the managing partner and co-founder of Winner Partners, an executive search firm and recruitment firm based out of Tampa and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So Tina, tell me a little bit more about you and how you came to be with Winner Partners and the story behind that.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. So Winner Partners was founded in 2018, a partner that I had at a global executive search firm. We developed a great working relationship and what we like to refer to as an operating rhythm. Same work ethic and same desire to help people at the core of everything that we did, whether it was a company that needed the right talent to move their business forward or people that were making life-changing decisions for their professional development and taking a new role. And we felt a lot of conviction that was the same around those two responsibilities. And after working together, we decided to try it on our own, take the best practices that we had learned from my partner working in boutique as well as global firms. And I had worked in 2 global firms. And it was time after 13 years being in the business.
Great. So tell me a little bit more about the company and what you actually do to help your clients.
Sure. We look at Winner Partners as retained search redefined. So when you look at the executive search business, they typically fall into 2 different buckets. Retained search, so much like an attorney, you would pay them a retainer to go to work for you. An executive search firm is the same. And then another type is a contingency firm. So they work on a contingent basis. It's contingent on them finding you the right person, and that's when they would get paid. So we're retained search redefined. And it's an expensive process. Oftentimes we get paid a percentage of a person's first year cash compensation. It's paid by the company. We're hired by the company or organization. And we go to look for a specific skill set, whether it's a CEO, executive director, vice president of operations. We get a list of criteria, learn the company culture, and that's where the redefining comes in. We look at the relationship with the client as a partnership. So Winner Partners is not just a catchy title. We partner with our clients. We partner with our candidates to really understand what they're looking for in their next career opportunity. And we try and be a great matchmaker using those bits of information that we've gleaned from the client and what we know about the candidate and make sure that the placement is correct.
Yeah, so I can see clearly there that there is a partnership. You want to make sure it's the right fit for you and the business and bringing the potential employees in. So why would someone choose Winner Partners over another executive search firm? You've already touched on it, but can you elaborate a little bit more?
Absolutely. So there are many different search firms out there. They're publicly traded, large firms that are well known, especially if you're a golfer. And then there are a lot of boutique firms out there, single shingle people that do search on a daily basis. And many of them do a great job. It's a highly competitive landscape. But I think our core of people first, being a core value that everyone here adapts to. We also, as my partner and I are the core people in the operations, we augment our team with subject matter experts in various industries. For example, we have someone that specializes in economic development. Ms. William, I know that you know quite a bit about that industry. As well as small business enterprise, and so on. So where Stephen and I, who is my partner, do not have a particular experience in an industry, we're able to augment and bring industry information and insights from our subject matter experts who are our partners on demand. So that's one of the ways that we differentiate. Also, we have an executive to executive approach. What that means is that when we're reaching out to individuals about a particular opportunity, they have a senior consultant, a partner on demand from our team that's reaching out to talk about the opportunity. They can talk on the same level with that person about the industry, about the opportunity that we have to present to them. It is critical in our evaluation of candidates. It starts from the moment that that conversation starts and there's an interest in exploring the opportunity. We're able to start the evaluation process sooner and also be able to articulate the opportunity as it presents to that candidate and ensure that it's a good fit. And we have a double and sometimes triple vetting process before the candidate ever sees before the client ever sees the candidate on paper.
So you can clearly see that it's a very in-depth process and like as professional as you can imagine the process to be. With 18 million people out of work, how are you helping these people with an executive search firm, especially during this COVID time?
Sure, that's a great question, William. And we are in a unique situation with our economy and the State of the Union. And when Stephen and I started the practice, we wanted to have an opportunity to help candidates. It's something that you'll find with other search firms. They solely focus on the client, and the candidate becomes more of a transactional part of the process. But we do take the time on a daily basis to have a number of conversations with people that are in transition or are active candidates in the marketplace. And we help to give them counsel on how to look for a job, how to repackage themselves. And in doing so, we were able to develop a part of our business, which is Book a Session Now. We changed from our traditional B2B marketing approach to B2C, where we're going directly to the consumer who needs help in looking for a job, whether it's a resume review, interview preparation, or brand refinement. Some people have been heads down in their job for quite some time and not really have had a chance to work on their professional development or how they're perceived in the marketplace. So we have specialists that work with those candidates to help them with their wrapper, how they're coming across, both in their words as well as how they look in person.
So you've touched on some of your successes there. The kind of like my final thought and my final question here is, how has COVID affected your industry, and what kind of can you give me some successes that you've seen with your industry, your company through this COVID time?
Yes, it has been interesting times, but my partner and I were both through an economic downturn in the late 2000s. So it's not our first rodeo. We did have some experience with this, and we used it as a chance to look at building some other components of our business and also listening to the marketplace on what was needed. It's changed the industry because, as I mentioned, this is an investment in an organization to build talent through an executive search process. So sometimes the dollars aren't there. And also it's counterbalanced with resizing organizations in many cases. That doesn't always mean when you see a number of people that are being laid off or downsized, that there's not opportunities for hiring. They often go hand in hand. So we help people manage through that process. We also took the little bit of downtime that we had to build out a Veterans to Work initiative. We have a local partner at June Cyber with Wilson Batista, who built a program for veterans who were transitioning from the military to help them with their journey. They oftentimes have some difficulty in finding a pathway in the civilian workforce. So this one is specifically dedicated to the cybersecurity industry, and it incorporates education, training, and certification in that area. So hard skills from June Cyber and the Cyber Ohana project. And Winter Partners comes in with soft skills. So we work on that corporate culture, kind of changing and being able to assess corporate culture and being able to adapt successfully in that arena, as well as resume building, marketing, interview skills, and then we also help with the placement piece as well. So very, very timely for us to be able to offer that service for those who have served our country.
Thank you, Tina. And anybody that's watching this video, you can clearly see that Tina is a true professional. I know her organization personally. They're a very professional outfit. If you're looking for these kind of services that Tina's talking about, executive search firm, helping your business and growth, Tina and her team are fantastic. I highly recommend that you contact Tina. Her details are underneath her portion of the video. So please reach out if you require her services, which I can't recommend highly enough. So Tina, thank you very much for coming on the show. I appreciate it. I couldn't do this without people like you coming on to be part of it. Well, thank you. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for the opportunity, William.
And now I'll hand it over to Dave for the weather.